recently, Avatar: The Last Airbender, the live action series, just came out a couple of days ago, and honestly, I don't even want to talk about it. The animated series is a lot better. And the thing that's crazy, I feel like people don't realize when it comes to animation, not every show needs a live action version because of the context and the way that the characters move doesn't make sense if they're real life.
I think it could translate. It's just they're not putting money into movies like that anymore. And it's a series. I swear it was a movie.
No, there was one movie, and then they
not
just
the
came
M. Night
out.
Shyamalan. We're not talking about. I would never in life address that as a thing. I'm talking about the new one.
Okay. No, it's a series. They just got renewed for 2 more seasons.
They got Serena Williams doing commercials for a TV series on Netflix, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
That's insane.
What?
I don't understand why you're paying for Serena Williams to do a commercial for a Netflix show.
You know what? I think the thing was they expected this to be like so big and so beloved that it'll be able to pay out some Serena Williams level of endorsements. But I don't know, man. It's looking very sus. It's looking so sus. But did you enjoy the TV show? The original one?
So here's the thing. My mom used to watch it, and because of that, I didn't fuck with it.
No fucking way, actually.
Because my mom would watch it all the time, I'd be like, you got that, bro. But later in life, I'm like, nah, this actually might be one of the best TV shows ever.
Who's your favorite character?
Favorite character off top? You go. I need to think.
Oof, I will have to go either Boomy or Sokka. That would be my one and two.
Did you just call Boomy Umi?
Boomy.
Okay. I heard wrong. Go ahead.
I'll say Sokka because I've never seen such a complete character arc for an individual that was supposed to be a bum comic relief, and then halfway through the series, you're like, you know what? I actually respect this character. And the fact that everybody else is able to see him and not be like, you're holding down our group is crazy to me. Because it was like usually when the one character has no superpowers, nothing like that, he's just a regular human being, they're usually trash. I'm looking at you, Robin. But as the series goes on, he turns into like the number one guy, honestly.
He turns into a lot better than he was. He was completely useless before.
Yeah, that's true. How about you? What you looking at?
Favorites I also have too. Either Iroh, because he was just a little too real. He was really just standing on straight principle. Like he ain't picking sides. It's just what is right. Like I fuck with that heavy.
I remember when he hit Zuko with this destiny that you're chasing is not your own. I said, wow. How many of y'all are really running out in this world willing to kill themselves over the bread and things of that nature? And that's just not what you be doing in this life.
If Iroh was around in the old America, he would have been one of those whites that was out here just like, hey, slip out during the night. I'm gonna cover your tracks with cayenne. He was gonna be one of them. Like, he was just for the cause. Like, he's like, all this Fire Nation stuff, y'all doing a lot, bro. He's like, my brother's not cut like that. He's just not.
Honestly, that's funny because throughout the show, you could tell that everyone was like, you know what, yo guy is a bitch. Iroh is the strongest guy is the strongest firebender. And the funniest thing, let me ask you this real quick: is the firebenders the weakest bending? Are they like the weakest, the most trash?
The airbenders were the strongest, that's for sure. Are firebenders the weakest? I don't know. The whole no war and bossing say thing makes me kind of feel like they're at least 2. Like Fire Nation has to at least be 2.
What do you mean? I mean, you know what? I think like the thing about the Fire Nation, they were so willing to literally let everything burn, pun intended, that's why they were so bloodthirsty that it worked, that they were able to take Bossing Say and all that.
They had to literally murk all the airbenders. That's kind of what like is like making me put them at 2, but they're not as tough as the earthbenders to me, because they just like they just put them under a false sense of being, and they put them in a genjutsu basically.
Oh yeah,
we're switching to animes now. They were just like, the reality's not real. And that was more than enough.
Honestly, one of the first time that I watched There's No War in Bossing Say, that episode in particular, and the fact that everybody was just willing to go along with this facade, it makes me think, what needs to happen to be able to break someone out of being held captive? And the fact that they were so willing to go along with this lie just because of their empress, that's the one for a woman, empress, is as bloodthirsty as she was, and was willing to take all the goods for herself and throw everyone else to the side.
On second thought, and I'm still gonna name my second favorite character.
Mm-hmm.
Give me a second. On second thought, I think I'm gonna go air, water, fire, earth.
Okay.
The only reason I put water at 2, like, it seemed like all the water benders were just fucked up, but they ended up with blood bending, and it's kind of OP. It kind of is. There's nobody's doing, like, the lightning. Yeah, the redirected lightning is not.
That's weak in comparison.
They got your whole body under control, bro.
You know what? Having blood bending and healing as a construct of water is a little OP. I will say that.
It really is. The firebenders got. I mean, Zuko has fucked up from his own powers. Like, like, you are scarred for life, literally.
Honestly, real quick to jump over, the way that he got that scar, literally damn near scarred myself. So his dad was what's his name?
I cannot remember.
Okay, Zuko's dad was willing to send out his troops literally to die. And then his son says, why would you go and waste your people? And then he got burned for it. Crazy work. He said, you know what? You go lead them. This is your task now.
Not only that, but he was demoted from favorite child to least favorite child. Man. But my second favorite character, easily Appa. He was sliding on everything. No games. He was really like too OP to have no lines.
Honestly, I feel like Appa would be like a musty school bus. That's what I was thinking the whole time he was flying around.
Nah, Appa was too clean with it, bro. Like, you acting like he wasn't, commanding the sky on the ground.
Did he have the wind powers too?
He did.
Oh wow.
That's how he could fly.
Oh, I thought that was Aang was like gifting him with the. Okay, yep. Okay.
No, he would fly like. Sometimes, they would snatch Aang and he would like fly and like drop off Katara and them to like dive out the sky. Nah, he was OP.
I do remember he would go and just like out of nowhere you see Appa just sliding down. Yeah, no. I feel that.
Eating people, like,
Jesus
going crazy.
Honestly, I feel like Avatar was the first time I ever saw like a character truly and willing to crash out in any scenario, because once Aang turned into that what's it called, the Avatar states, you could truly feel how OP he was, especially in comparison to everybody else.
Indeed.
You know what? Who's the daughter? Zuko's sister. Azula, yes. Azula is also one of my more favorite characters, because of it's like, honestly, I think that's where my attraction to crazy folks really comes from, because the way she was able to command everyone and they would all just fold because of not even her power but her mental.
That's the one thing I really appreciate about anime. Azula was legit insane. Like there was no like, oh, she's a little like quirky. No, she was like dangerously crazy.
Willing to put brother against brother, kill whole groups of folks. Yeah, no.
Using lightning against your family. Like, bro, she was very serious with it. They told her that Zuko came back a little bit. He kind of turned his mental around a little bit and he was gonna be king, and she lost her shit.
And the funny thing is, if she didn't lose her shit, I feel like she would have like beat all three of them. She would have slayed. And the crazy part is, they were planning on jumping her, and the fact that Zuko got a chance to go ones with her biggest enemy ever, perfect storytelling. But yeah.
Didn't Ozai? Oh, his name's Ozai. Didn't Ozai kill their mom?
Imprisoned.
Imprisoned.
Yeah.
Okay.
Zuko finds her later in one of like the books. So yeah, no, it's fire. It's fire.
They could have gave us some more animated seasons. I would have been all right with that.
You didn't like Katara?
You talking about her name's not Katara? What's her name?
Katara. Korra. Yes. Who's Katara?
Katara's
the water one.
Sokka's sister.
Okay, the water one.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, Korra. Here's my thing. Korra was raised with all four powers from the time that she was able to be identified as the Avatar, and is not a quarter as useful as Aang was with just airbending.
Yeah, that's fair.
Did Aang need to be saved? Sure. Korra always needed to be saved.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, they thrusted Korra into being the Avatar. Aang was just that guy.
Aang trained with the monks, and that's why I feel like his mental was a little bit different. But
Mhm.
Korra should have 2.
I mean,
She
there was
literally
no more monks.
She literally got taught by Aang's son.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So she was just such a garbage, useless avatar. She couldn't really do much, and that's what I'm saying. Like, once Aang got the second bending, unfuckwittable. Like he was basically.
Yeah, once he got one, he was a little. Yeah,
If you imprisoned him, he chose that. Like there was no catching him.
Not even to mention when Toph started to trade him, and then once he got Rock, it's like, yeah, no, it's cooked.
It was
it's
over, bro.
cooked for all y'all. You know what? I feel like we didn't realize how strong Katara or Toph really was. They were really running around with 3 of the greatest benders ever.
Yo, chill out on Toph, bro. This is sexism in the chat. I'm not appreciating it.
Wait, what you mean?
Toph was whooping grown men as a blind girl. She was 12.
Yeah.
Whooping them mercilessly.
Bro,
and then sneaking back into her castle. Like, come on.
The thing that's crazy, when Toph was like, I think she was like 90 when she saw Korra, and she was still whooping her. She was still riding her cheeks. Oh.
Bro, Korra was... And then, my only thing... And I can't blame this on her as the avatar, but the story arc where she was like gay at the last episode, that was like so random. That's such a random turn.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Do you think it was cool that they added the what's the word? Industrialism at the in Korra, Legend of Korra?
What do you mean?
Like, there was more machines, and it got to the point where even some people that were regular human beings were as good as benders at bending other elements. Like, did you like how there was cars and irrigation systems, and it was just more advanced as a whole? Or do you think that took away from the bending aspect of everything?
I'm not gonna lie to you, I watched that show one time because the whole series and then the ending too was just like, what the hell? I refused to like retain a lot of that information.
Okay.
But I do remember her being very useless. I can't talk about that.
Oh, okay. that's the only part about the show you'll remember is just being weak.
I know in the original Airbender, they had, or the original in Airbender, they had the blimps and whatever other ground stuff that the Fire Nation
phones and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, phones. Yeah, I remember it being industrialized in the first place.
Oh, okay, yeah, I know what you're talking about. It gets a whole lot more, and then there's gonna be a new one, right? Where the Avatar is supposed to be a person from the rock, from the Earth bending nation.
I wish they would just go back and show us Kyoshi. She seemed like she was like
read the book.
Super hard.
She was tough. She was tough, and then the guy. There's a waterbender that's an Avatar that was before Kyoshi. Tough as hell too. Both real tough.
No, Kyoshi had been gone for like hundreds of years, and they were still like, oh hell, Kyoshi. Like nah, she was really that lady for real.
You know what? Avatar really did good with having female representation and having them not literally just be like the love interest of a story. Because I honestly hate when animes actually is Avatar Last Airbender an Avatar an anime too?
I think it can't be an anime because, and then again, I don't know the origins, but if it's not Japanese, it can't be an anime.
Oh, okay. Americans did that? Americans did it?
I think.
Okay. I'll check it out. But literally in almost all animes, the girl characters are literally just for buns and fan service and all that stuff, and I feel like that is so weak. Like, even in a show like Jujutsu Kaisen, where the one girl out of the big 3, and you see how I don't even know her name when I know the other ones, I feel like they're missing out on so much character development from these folks.
I think they had good female characters in if you've ever seen Seven Deadly Sins, or like
who was a good female character?